Hello, everyone, and welcome to March. And you know what that means? We're going back to the Phoenix Wright series as part of the bi monthly Phoenix Wright Marathon. And thus we continue on with Phoenix's story Phoenix Wright, trademark, Ace Attorney, trademark, Justice for All, for the Nintendo DS. Released in 2002 for the Game Boy Advance and 2006 for the Nintendo DS. Oh wow! So, water bottle. Sorry, my water bottle is at the ready. So, let's get started with Phoenix's first case, the Lost Turnabout. And here's a fun fact: in the anime, they actually use this as part of for the third game. Even though this case here was supposed to be the first case of the second game, they actually used this for the Trials and Tribulations story arc as the first case, which is kind of weird. Oh, anyways, let's get started with the Lost Turnabout. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Yeah, think of it as a precursor of things to come. Alright, so anyways, we're back in the good old defense lobby. Oh, that's new. What a nightmare. And I bet, sorry, and I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. ... I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, and we're still back in the lobby. Ouch. My head. It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Oh. Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. Oh yeah, and by the way, we're introduced to some new music. Hope y'all enjoy it throughout this playthrough. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheerness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait. Never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yeah, because of that hit he had suffered. It gives. He's a Phoenix is suffering from a case of amnesia. Yeah, so oh boy. Because of this, we are gonna have to. Basically, every first case, we have to relearn the basics, as in the previous game. So, yeah, be aware of that. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. The one and only Phoenix Wright came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... Huh? Well, what's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this? How can you do this to the... sorry. How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I didn't mean it, like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes, I'm, who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Oof. I guess I must have amnesia. Well, there you go. Let's see. What can I piece together? From our conversation, I can probably say that I'm probably a defense attorney. Alright, so before we get started on the case, let's review some of the things. We have our attorney's badge. We have a cell phone, which we have. The victim's or the deceased's autopsy report. His name is Dustin. Time of death. I think this September 6th at 6:28 p.m. The cause of death was broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. And here we have some glasses found under the victim's body of nearsighted. Found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. And here's another thing we're introduced. Profiles. In the first game, you were able to you were only able to see their pictures and a little bit of their background. However, for this game, it's now used as evidence. So that way, well, yeah, the profile pictures are now part of your evidence, or to use. So yeah, there'll be another new feature, but that's a case for next time. All right. So, anyways, let's continue on. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Alright, so let the trial of Miss Maggie Bird, or I'm not sure if I said it right. I'll take a look at the profile in just a second. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maggie Bird. I think that's how it's said, because it's Byrde. Bird? Beard? No, I think it's Bird. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Well, well. Look who's back. Winston Payne. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? I'll just say yes. I guess I should say yes for now. Oh, it was the blue letters, so that means inner monologue. I guess I should say yes for now. So yeah, there's gonna be new music around. A couple songs will be returning from the previous game. So let's continue on here. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a second. Sorry. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory's kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I did. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. He went undefeated, dude. When will you ever learn? Oh, who am I kidding? He ain't never gonna learn. Okay, and who are you again? Please bring Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Alright, so let's welcome back Detective Dick Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. Landing beat his body up. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes, the autopsy report. Correct. Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this picture. Very well. The court the court accepts it into evidence. Wow, I am so not doing well right now. Alright, let's continue on here. So we now have a new piece of evidence. The crime photo number 1. The victim fell from the walking path above. So let's look at the photo real quick. Let's switch here. So yeah, there's our victim, Mr. Officer Dustin Prince. Alright, so let's go back here. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing. Oh, sorry, I have to go back. Keep forgetting. Here we go. A very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Maggie talking. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you do this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by touching the court record button. Or you can use the R button if you're playing if you're not using the stylus pen. The court record button. You really know what you're talking about, huh? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? The court record button? Alright, Mr. Wright. Let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Oh, it was a pair of glasses. Well, that's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed the criminal's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Are those glasses you're wearing? Hmm? Yes, this is my spare pair. Huh, that rhymed. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Alright, here we go. Testimony time. And we're now going to hear some new testimony music. Oh, it is so awesome. I enjoy every single soundtrack. Well, almost every single track from the entire Phoenix Wright series. Even its spin-offs. Well, most of them. Alright, here we go. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his state, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Something's not right here. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence about the glasses, it's hard to say she's not the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why? This is... Yes, I can see the names clearly written. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo number 2. So yeah, something's not right with that little testimony, and on top of that, something's not right with the picture. Let's take a look. Notice how the name Maggie is written. However, if you take a look at the profiles, Maggie is spelled with the EY, not IE. Something isn't right. You should know that. Alright, so let's continue on. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name as clear as day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. Excuse me, I was about to cough there. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Which does happen from time to time in a court of law. Like that a detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. Very funny. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to read the name of the topic name. Decisive evidence. Sorry for that. Hold on one second. Oh, my hands are a little cold right now. And no, I'm not getting sick, by the way. Alright, so also new to the thing is we now have a health bar. Well, I want to call it a health bar, but a penalty bar. If you recall, the first game had these exclamation points, and you were given 5 chances to present the correct evidence. However, there's gonna for this there's a reason why this health bar is introduced, because trust me, there will be times where the judge can give you like the biggest penalty, and I'm talking about the biggest penalty you've ever received should you get something wrong. Like, this thing can go from full all the way like to 25% less, like left of of how much that bar is left. So you got to be very, very careful and present the correct present the correct proof, because otherwise, oh my goodness, you're gonna suffer the biggest penalty you've ever seen. And oh my goodness. 1 second, I'll be right back. My phone is ringing. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Wrong number. Anyways, let's go back to the cross-examination here. Alright, so I'm gonna head for the fourth statement because something wasn't right there. And as I said, I wish they'd add the dots to make sure how many parts of how many statements are there within that testimony. Alright, so on the fourth statement now, notice the name Maggie. As I said, her name is Maggie, spelled with an EY, not a IE. So let's present it this piece of evidence to Gumshoe. What? What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe, you talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name, if you please. Well, where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Beard. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie with the EY. This is a plain contradiction of facts. Oh? How about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said it. The defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have known her name. Well, it would have been impossible for him to have not known her name. No! This is very true. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? Are you absolutely certain that the victim and that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were well known. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court of the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. All right. Next testimony: Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Beard had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird, sorry, I said Beard, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had gotten over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to me asking what she should get for him. I gotta, because trust me, spoiler warning on this. Maggie Bird, for the character, this isn't gonna be the last time we're gonna see her. All will be explained in due time. So, And sometimes I will mispronounce her because there will be times where I'll be saying beard when I should be saying bird, or I don't know how the pronunciation goes. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. All right, here we go. Cross-examination, away! Alright, so we've heard that Maggie and Officer Prince were going out for about half a year, and it was and they were talking. Well, I wouldn't be talking about theirs. So basically, it was his birthday, or his birthday was coming up, and Maggie was asking Detective Gumshoe what she should get him for a gift, and what Maggie ordered was a special custom-made something. Basically, she ordered something that's custom-made. We'll get to that in a sec right now. So what I'm gonna do is head for the fifth statement here, but I lost count, so I gotta go all the way back. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. It was something she had gotten over 2 months ago. So let's see what this gift was. Over 2 months ago? Yep. She's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove? Let's press further. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had gotten over 2 months ago? Yeah. Are you saying she went out and bought the glove over 2 months ago? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then, what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Oh, and I spoke like Gumshoe. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is relevant to this case? Does the word "duh" mean anything to you, Your Honor? I don't know. Oh, sorry. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes! Bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Excuse me? Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about this matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to this court. Well, I didn't think you had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's rather yellow, isn't it? Alright, so we're given a new piece of evidence, the baseball glove. Before we move on, let's go, let's check out this glove. Alright, so we have this, a little bit of red, but mostly yellow baseball glove. A birthday gift from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. Only why was it custom made? Well, we're about to find out. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow, and that's why you had it special order. Sorry, and that's why you had it to special. You had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the other defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Alright, here we go. Writing on the ground. Okay, now the music's changed, so this is the last testimony for Gumshoe. We first looked at the handwriting, sir. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernails. There was also scratches on the skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. There you go, right hand. However, take a look at the glove. Yeah, I know it's hold on, let me switch here. Now, notice the glove. It's meant for a person who is a certain hand. Who's best with a certain hand. If you guess left, you're correct. Yes, there is your second reason for that. Officer Prince is left-handed. Alright, so let me switch back to the big screen here. Let's go back. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Alright. So, what we're gonna do is go to the statement that says where he's right-handed. Because something's not right here. Let's see which one. Fingernail, no. Let's see, scratches. From this we could confirm, here we go. From this we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. However, as we pointed out a bit earlier, he's left-handed. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? I never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another special. Sorry, there's another reason why it's special, and what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That is why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, the detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? Well, that's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his. Wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. I object. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Because if you recall the autopsy report, he fell on his neck, basically dying instantly. Oops, sorry. There we go. Alright. The time of death, see, broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. So, if you fall and a broken neck, sometimes that could mean instant death if a neck is broken a certain way. At least I think. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is... No! It's not possible! Mr. Payne, Yes, Your Honor? The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Oh, right! You did it, Mr. Wright. Phew! I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See? You got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Beard. No! Not yet! I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only gonna get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for a recess. Whew. Alright, to be continued, but we're not done with the part yet. If you're thinking that this part is over, no, we're not done yet. So we're gonna continue on. In the meantime, let me drink a bit of water. Okay. Alright, so we're back at the lobby. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head and head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright? What a weird name. This is serious. I really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell number. Alright, so we're now given another new piece of evidence. Phoenix's business card. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the DC, or that's what I like to call the detention center, sir. Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on that day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad you called. We can meet up and I can get this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is this phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up... Ah! You were here all along. You're so mean. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra decisive, super important evidence. Well, at least it's a lot better than super special awesome. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to find out some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Alright, so we got a new piece of evidence, the names list. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Why are you asking that? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of the phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, whoops. I guess you have to get going. We can talk about it. What's that? Sorry. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now. More or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Part 2 of the trial. Let this begin. Let the second half of the trial begin. The court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on. There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness, a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh. Go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that, now that you have tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, because think of this guy as a more chatty, windy old bag. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox? I have to question him? Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, a university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Let's just say this guy is really full of himself, if you know what I mean. Oh? Is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you want to know, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking strolling through the park, correct? It would appear you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prebuscent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. Well, Mr. Payne, at least I'll give you one redeeming quality. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know, what you a witness will do, Mr. Wellington. All right, here we go. What I saw that day is the name of the topic. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Banana? Bananas? That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Hold on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Let's just say I was reading while sending a text message. Well, like looking at both my phone and at the computer screen at the same time. All right. Yes, sometimes multitasking can be a very difficult thing. All right, here we go. So yeah, he was out walking around at the park. It was around 6 p.m. and that's where he saw the victim, Officer Prince, on the ground. And as he looked up, he saw he claims he's seen Maggie up there. And not only that, he saw like what he thinks is a pile of bananas, which is very, very weird. Alright, so I'm gonna go for the sixth statement here, which was something wrong. Let me go back a bit. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The only thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. So banana. Does he mean this? Mr. Wellington? I believe I have the bananas you saw. Right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? Th- that's... That's not... It's... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... loves bananas, knows nothing about baseball, and has poor eyesight. More on that later. But right now, I'm gonna choose the second option, has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? You... Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those. I'm gonna stop right there because I know he's gonna be saying a lot of stuff. And that is why I ask you, how bad is your eyesight? How bad your eyesight is? They're both 20/25. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? Huh? That's because I lost them recently. You see, of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Yeah. How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who... More with the constant thing. And for the record, that's not me skipping all of that. Which boils down to you were not where you were not wearing glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. Yeah. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next, in the moments after you witnessed the crime. Alright, here we go. Whew. What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person was on the upper path. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Alright, here we go. Cross-examination time. So on the third statement, something caught my eye. So let's go there. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. So let's look at the autopsy report and have a look. The time of death was 6:28. So something just doesn't seem right. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Yeah. I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Grr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Saving 50% off my car insurance by switching to Geico? Answer the question. Telephone. I mean, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Marty Yoshka doll? Yeah, I have no idea what that is. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? We all have a tendency to do that. Enough. Oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone. Could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Let's question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? Sorry, I always wanted to do that. Heh, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe that was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Yeah, about that. Let's take a look at the photo, at the crime photo number 2. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Number 1. Yeah, as you can clearly see, there was no point of him ever to go look for a photo booth since the photo booth was right there. Yeah. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way, and I'll leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You don't have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright. Let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Oops. Go back. Go back. Okay, there we go. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo, Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's something wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order, order. What does reporting a crime a little late prove for you? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, was he looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? I might have an idea on that. There is one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said that there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Let's present these broken pair of glasses. And I keep forgetting to press the X button. There we go. Mr. Wellington? What? Don't do that! You almost made me have a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses, and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Well, you're not wrong, but there's another reason for that. More on that as we go along. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. The music just keeps on getting better and better. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, this is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer? Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, with the EY, by the way, and the victim was left-handed. So basically you are saying that in order to make the defendant look guilty, but the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? I'm not gonna bother anymore. That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Well, there was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Cell phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with it. To do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie. But the name that was written on the ground was Maggie, was spelled with the IE. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was her name sounded. Eek! Order! Order! But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Oops, excuse me. Sorry about that. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a Motive? Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... As you can see, the penalized bar got raised up a bit. Oh boy. So yeah, the bigger the yeah, if you present the wrong evidence, then the bigger the penalty you're gonna be given. So you gotta be very, very careful. Whew. Alright. Let's see. Sent to the court proof that the witness had a motive. I think it was this one. I think I might have gotten it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me... Oh, I can't. Ooh, this can't be good. Nope, I can't pause or save state, but I'm gonna go on risk and go with names list. Oh, I was right. Okay. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found, and we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. The list of the phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names on numbers belong to the people who are members of a certain con artist's group. What? Con artist? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. Anyways, I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. Don't you think any of you can know what it's like to be a refined man like me? Your Honor, this is unjust badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't it obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjust badgering of the... Isn't that what you said earlier? You said that exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Yes, you did. Please, let's think about the content of that phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this point? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was that something that didn't agree with the witness? Well, it's simple, really. Dustin Prince, the victim, and a policeman. There you go. That's why Wellington didn't see this coming. The ones that picked up the cell phone were police officers. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone is with the policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And wow, does the dialogue and the background do kind of blend in a bit. So that's why I had a little trouble reading that part. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... and so on and so forth. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! That guy is really creeping me out. All of you been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. The phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. You can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels so good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I overlooked. There's gotta be... maybe... Fingerprints on the phone? Let's see. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have had some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here. You see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Mr. Wellington? What's this? From the way you talk to me, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Now I remember? Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Well, the answer is plain and simple. Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore, no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Raise an objection, dude. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. If he questions the witness with any more of his badgering, you will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment, Mr. Lawyer. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over, for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh, now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present that one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Let's present the business card. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Oh, so we get the judge's business card. Well, that's cool. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... let's see. The back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defendant preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Oh, of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Ah! What? Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington? Excuse me, oh my goodness. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. Oh my goodness. You're... No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for that lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong phone. And watch as he screams his lungs out. And thankfully, the classical music isn't copyrighted, so... Phew. Thank goodness for that. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artists' group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding, it's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Why do I keep saying it the wrong way? And so, Maggie Bird has been cleared of all charges. That is all. The court is adjourned. Finally, the case is over, and this one took much longer than the previous first case. I knew the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It couldn't have been that bad, could it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the ninth floor apart. Oh my goodness! I fell from the ninth floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Oof, no kidding. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that the Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death? Your head being all messed up? Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay. Good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really have me worried. Come on. Let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe? He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick. What's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been 2 months since she came back into my life. And that story began one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. But that's a case for next time. Well, for the next day, since March is just getting started. And so, next time we meet, we go for the next case. Reunion and Turnabout. Basically, this is a flashback case. So, the first case we just finished takes place at present time. But for this case, that's coming up next, it's basically a flashback case. And trust me, this is not the last flashback case we're going to be tackling. More on that when we get to it. So, until then, everyone, take care and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care and God bless.